Hello guys, today we'll talk about the S3. This will be the basic introduction. So we are not going to do any kind of experiments or hands-on. So let's go to next slide. So let's go to little bit behind. So let's say for example, we have data which is coming from the source system. The data may be in the real time, maybe in batch format, maybe web services. So let's say this is source. They are sending data into the storage. We have one single machine. So data is growing. If data is growing, we have to add more storage. That is the one possibility. The downside of the single machine is that durability means let's say somehow that machine get crashed. So how we will recover the data? So we have to think through. We have to store the data in multiple machines. So in case one machine gets crashed, we can still have the data into machine 2. If you are talking about the two machines, then we have to think about networking through these machines. So let's say we have switch and we connected these two machines. So now we are talking about the distributed, storing the data in distributed fashion. So if you grow one more machine, let's say third machine, we go that way, and let's say we have n number of machines in a network. So that means what we are doing here, we are achieving a durability. We are storing unlimited data. So that is the beauty of the distribution environment. So now why we are talking about the distribution environment here? So S3 also comes with the same kind of feature. Once we talk about the S3, it comes kind of same feature where we can store unlimited data, any kind of data, whether it's a text, any document, maybe images, videos. This kind of data, unlimited data, we can store in S3. That is given by the Amazon. So let's understand internal how S3 stores the data. If you see this slide very carefully, we have three parts here. The object, we are talking about the S3 stores data in object format. Once we say object, so object we have to understand very basic thing. Each object will have the properties. Let's say person, it will have name, date of birth, age, weight, height, all these are properties. And we'll have operations. That person is doing walk or running, all these are operations. So what we are saying that S3 stores the data in the form of object. Once we say object, we have to uniquely identify, because let's say we are storing data, someone is storing data in USA or someone is in Canada. So we are talking about we have to be a unique identifier. So we can easily access that. So that's where we are talking globally unique identifier. So that is the one part of the object. Let's say for example in your company, you have the website and you have images for the product. So that product may be, let's say I have folder ABC and XYZ JPEG. So that will be a unique identifier for that particular image. That's where we are talking about GUID. Second part of the object is the metadata. So once we talked about the metadata, what date it got created, what is the size of the file, all these kind of basic information about the data will be stored in metadata. Data is the actual part where we are actually storing the data. It may be a JSON data, we talked in previous slide, text, it may be videos, so that will store in the data. So in S3 everything is stored as a object. That is the basic concept of the S3. Now S3 comes with the concept of bucket. So what does that mean? So we'll have bucket. Let's say this is bucket. It will have unique name. In this case, let's say ABC. And inside that we do grouping of the objects. same GUID, metadata, data, and another object, and number of object can be grouped. So you have to understand, so this is the bucket concept in the S3. So S3 uses a bucket concept. I hope you understand the S3 concept. Next presentation will talk about how to create the S3 and what is the life cycle of the different phases of the storing the data. So once we talk about the life cycle, let's say for the storage why we are using, maybe we want to create a lake house, maybe we want to create a data lake, maybe we want to create maybe store some backup data, maybe we want to store some static website information, or maybe we want to store images. All these pop-up we can use the S3. I hope this is giving some clarity on the S3. Thank you for watching.